I'm Macy Eglund. A Deer Park man is due in court accused of killing his retired Suffolk police detective father. Police say Christopher Miller gunned down his dad, 75-year-old John Miller, yesterday after an argument at their Bruno Lane home. This alleged high-ranking MS-13 gang leader was arraigned in Central Islip yesterday. Francisco Javier Roman Bardales was on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list, accused of supporting terrorists. President Trump is expected to sign an executive order today aimed at shutting down the Department of Education. That's according to the Associated Press. Dissolving the department would require congressional approval. A U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service office in Valley Stream is on the DOGE chopping block. The facility is targeted for closure as part of the president's efforts to shrink the government. The agency's lease is up in September. Southold police officers will be paid stipends to wear body cameras. The town reached a new agreement with its police union to pay the 50 officers $500 this year to wear them. That rises to $2,500 by 2027. Well, something new for seafood lovers, the Long Island Seafood Cuisine Trail. It highlights restaurants serving locally caught fish and shellfish. It rolled out yesterday at the Snapper Inn in Oakdale, one of 25 restaurants on the Bayshore to Montauk Trail.
I think it's going to get easier for customers and guests to figure out where to find Long Island seafood and where it's fresh, locally caught.
And Oyster Bay to Greenport Trail will open in a few months. All right, happy first day of spring. We made it. Let's take a look at the forecast. Not as nice as yesterday, but hey, we'll get there. Cloudy, foggy today, patchy drizzle, highs around 50 degrees at MacArthur Airport. In that future cast, you can see the rain on the way this evening, possibly heavy at times into tomorrow morning. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, though, that rain gives way to sunny skies tomorrow, so we have some brighter days ahead. Right now, the weekend is looking really nice.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Only a Newsday. Long Islanders pushing back against a new Social Security change requiring in-person ID checks. Virginia Huey has that story.
It is outrageous, not fair.
72-year-old Laura Leitner of East Northport is sounding off about a new Social Security Administration rule. The agency announced that starting March 31st, people who want to file for benefits or make direct deposit changes can no longer do so by phone and must first verify their identity online or visit a field office. Leitner says the change will be a hardship for her and her 97-year-old mother.
I just don't know how disabled, elderly, people who don't have transportation, the phone line was critical for them. Even though it takes 2 hours to reach someone, it's still a critical aspect for people that need to speak to somebody at Social Security.
The Trump administration said the change is an effort to limit fraudulent claims. A spokesperson for the agency said, quote, the Social Security Administration is losing over $100 million a year in direct deposit fraud. Social Security can better protect Americans while expediting service. But retiree advocates say the rushed rollout of the change will lead to chaos and confusion, making it easier for government imposter scammers to prey on senior citizens.
We really think this is a mistake for Social Security to roll out this new procedure with such little notice, with no education campaign. We really are urging them to reverse course. An American who has paid into Social Security their entire life deserves to get an answer to the questions they have on the phone without having to drive to a field office and without having to wait 2.5 hours for someone to call them back.
The change comes as the agency plans to close dozens of Social Security offices across the country and has already laid out plans to lay off thousands of workers.
I think it makes it much more difficult. It's very inconvenient.
63-year-old Charlie Nitty of Deer Park is concerned the cuts and change in procedure will delay access to earned benefits.
Well, I guess we're all going to have to suck it up. That's it. There's no way out of it.
For NewsdayTV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more about the story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. March Madness is in full swing today with round 1 getting underway, and St. John's is set to take the court. The number 2 ranked Red Storm take on the number 15 ranked Omaha Mavericks tonight in the first round of the NCAA tournament in Rhode Island. Newsday St. John's beat reporter Roger Rubin takes a look at what's next for the Johnnies if they win.
They will advance to play the winner of Kansas against Arkansas. And either way, this is going to be a game that holds a huge amount of intrigue because of the people who coach. At Kansas, it's Bill Self. Now, Rick Pitino has taken 7 teams to the Final Four and won 2 national championship games. Bill Self at Kansas has taken 4 teams to a Final Four and has won 2 national championships. And in addition to that intrigue, Zuby Ejiofor, who is one of the stars of the St. John's team, transferred from Kansas after his freshman year. On the other side of that game, there's Arkansas. That's where John Calipari is the coach. John Calipari, another highly decorated coach. He's taken 6 teams to a Final Four, and he's won 1 national championship. And interestingly enough, both Pitino and Calipari have been coaches at the University of Kentucky and won national championships there.
You can read more about St. John's on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by the Made in Huntington Film and TV Festival.
Here's what's up on Long Island. The first weekend of spring coming up. It's opening weekend at Adventureland. The amusement park has a Ferris wheel, bumper cars, and a bunch of roller coasters. And the St. Patrick's Day parades continue. There will be drums, bagpipes, and plenty of green in Glen Cove and Patchogue on Sunday.
Elmo, Abby, and Cookie Monster are joining their furry friends from Sesame Street in your
Or check out Sesame Street Live Say Hello. The show is Friday evening at the Patchogue Theater. For admission information and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for watching Newsday TV. Have a great day.